Hello, everyone. I know I'm taking a mighty long time to go ahead and get through this hoodoo. That's because I'm living through it. Okay. I just wanted to say something about the ancestor altars. So I put a post about ancestor altars on my Instagram because I do have fighting ancestors, and a lot of us do. We have ancestors that have been through a lot. For all we know, other ancestors might show up. We don't know. Okay. But I did want to say there was one thing that I learned, and I did share this with one person. Maybe here I can show you guys what I've learned. Using a pendulum actually is really, really helpful for me. I swear it seems like any situation, I come across, if it's like a negative situation, which a lot of situations started hitting me like a ton of bricks. And this is why people don't like working with ancestors. This is why you'll see Black spiritualists saying, you think your ancestors like you and they don't, and this, that, and the other. Because I'm more of a rebel and I believe in healing through pain, and I'm a dark empath, I believe that because of that is why I don't give up. Okay. So things have happened within my family. Things have happened within, somebody who is close to me, their family, a lot of stuff getting revealed out of the darkness. Things happening through another source of income. Not a bad thing. Well, it is kind of a bad thing, but it's more like light being shed right now. Or I want to say the veil is lifted on some things. And, right now, I kind of feel like, and I hate to say this because it's so cliche, but when you feel like you're the chosen one, a lot of us, we are, I want to say we are like the karma for people, okay, in order for people to learn. So we have to, take all the hits and go through all the stuff so people can finally wake up and say, oh, okay. And sometimes they don't because they're stuck in their ways and they just take their karma and they never learn from it. And I said, well, what we don't understand is that just because you do this and it works doesn't mean you're not going to go through trials and tribulations. That's the thing about it. We need to learn what we are, excuse my French, fucking with. Okay. So on Psalm 22, it is the suffering, praise, and posterity of the Messiah. And this one I just read. I was just like tired of a situation. And I said, I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to talk to my ancestor altar, literally talk to the altar. So I'm literally praying over here. Okay. And this is with incense. I got the candles lit and all of that stuff. There are a few things within Psalm 22 that just made sense to me. So I read that fully all the way. And literally like 24, 48 hours later, the situation had started to be resolved. And I was like, whoa. For about the last couple of weeks, I've been having so many spiritual battles that have been coming my way, and I've been passing all the tests. It's just something that I learned to do. So you could try that. You can look these scriptures up too, but make sure you understand what you're doing. Okay. Not only that with my ancestor altar, but also certain things being revealed within my family, which that's happened before as well. I talked about that, I believe, last year, and I dropped it here on Patreon. So it's happening again. The veil is thin. My grandmothers are definitely paying attention, and they are definitely helping me along the way. And now they may be upset about some stuff. There may be some healing and some trauma down the line. And, like I said, I'm starting to see so much with people. And when I call the BS out, they're like, excuse me, and I'm just like, listen, how can I break generational curses and really help people when you can't even see yourself in the mirror? And I started putting two and two together, and there's a lot going on. But for the sake of this video, and then, we'll get into the other stuff because I do have those hoodoo books and those cards that I plan on working with. And we have plenty of time because the veil is thinning. I mean, it's basically there is no veil anymore. Okay. But we have plenty of time through November 2nd to get this down packed. Practice praying and speaking to your altar. If you have your ancestors' pictures up there, I would say just practice, taking regular salt baths or, salt showers, and kind of getting into the zone of things. Find the white cloth for your altar. Put the water on the altar if you want them to communicate with you, and a white candle, okay, and some food, okay. And you'll start seeing results. So we'll go more into other stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you guys about. I haven't done like a whole ritual here in a long time, but I can tell you when I did, oh boy, did I open up a portal in my home. So we got to watch out during these times, okay? But anyway, I will be back again, and then we'll start talking about like more usages of the tools and stuff that I learned, like the Mojo doll that I talked about, and what's happening with that person now, years later. Pretty creepy. All right. So, anyway, blessed be. I'll talk to you later. Bye.